Mr. President and dear colleagues, I think really last Friday it was a historic step. 67% of the votes. With that majority you can change all the constitutions in Europe with the two-thirds majority. I think also in Sweden two-thirds majority is necessary. And we have to thank Brian Cohen, I think also Pat Cox especially, who did a great job, and all pro-Lisbon Irish MPs here, because they have made an enormous campaign in favour. So I'm happy, and the reason is that we started this whole exercise in the aftermath of the Nice Treaty with the declaration in Laken. And it has taken 8 years. So I promise not to restart this whole process, Mr. President, but it has taken 8 years. And I think that with this we have now, with this Irish yes, we can say that all the citizens of Europe, directly or indirectly, by a referendum or by their parliament, have said yes to the Lisbon Treaty. And that is also a message to the Eurosceptics who are always saying no, the peoples are against Europe, against the European institutions. 67% of the Irish population, that's a clear message, I think, to the Eurosceptics, what we have seen on Friday, for the first. What we have to ask is that everyone takes its responsibility so that the Lisbon Treaty can enter into force as soon as possible. And now is the time, I think, to bring this process finally to an end. And with this Irish yes, we know that the Lisbon Treaty will come into action. That we know, because it was the last cornerstone. But we don't know when it will come into action. And I think that is the problem that we have to discuss this afternoon. What we do in the meantime, because we know that we have to wait until the Constitutional Court of the Czech Republic has spoken. And as you said yesterday in Le Monde, in the worst case scenario, that could mean that we still have a few months to wait. And I think that nobody in this plenary session can tolerate that the Union will be a lame duck in these months to come. And we can tolerate that the Commission will be under current affairs, because after the 31st of October is current affairs normally. And we need action, and we need action urgently. And therefore, Mr. Reinfeldt, President of the Council, my invitation to you is to initiate the fastest as possible the procedure for the nomination of the Commission. 3 weeks ago, we voted for the President of the Commission with the argument that the current crisis does not allow us to postpone any decision. That was your argument. So the same argument applies now to the nomination of the Commission. It is not necessary to wait. A new Commission is possible with the actual treaty, with the actual status for the High Representative, and then once the Lisbon Treaty is ratified, you can enter very smoothly in a High Representative with another statute, and with the President of the Council. That there is no reason really to wait and to go forward with the Commission. And it was also the aim of the President of the Commission, if I heard him very well when he intervened a few minutes ago. I hear, and that's my fear, that you are saying, no, I'm waiting. I'm waiting because I want to make a global package including the President of the Council. Well, I say, that's not a problem. Make your global package. Make it now your global package. And the decision on the Council President can be as political as the decision that you have taken on Mr. Barroso the first time. You have also presented him as a candidate with a political decision, not a formal decision, because we asked to formalise it afterwards. You can do exactly the same with the President of the Council. And then, once the treaty is ratified, then you can formalise the whole package. Then you change the statute of the High Representative, he becomes Vice President of the Commission, and at the same time, your political decision on the President of the Council that you take now, you put it in practice and you formalise it. And that's the best way, the best pressure that you can put on those other countries who have to sign to formalise it, because they know that we want to go forward with it and that we don't wait still a few weeks and a few months. In any way, you have said there is no time to waste. I agree with you. There is no time to waste with this actual economic and financial crisis. Put the Commission together now, the fastest as possible. Convince your colleagues in the in the Council and take your decisions on the High Representative, on the actual treaty, and pick up one of the candidates. There are enough candidates I have seen for the President of the Council, and go forward with it. Thank you.